Starting stream in 3, 2, 1, and we're live.
And we're back.
Am I still the narrator?
Hold on. And we're back. I hope. Does it look like we're back?
We're back, yes.
Okay.
Am I allowed to cuss?
Yes, but only it's written in the script.
Am I still the narrator or someone else the narrator?
Do you want to continue, or would you rather someone else takes it?
I am completely indifferent, whatever everyone else decides.
Pick one.
Ah,
Your bluff
I'll
has
be
been called.
narrator.
Alright,
Oh, you want to be narrator? You get narrator. Congrats.
Okay, Kate will be narrator. So first things first, let's all go through down the list and say what each of us is going to be doing. So starting with top of the list, Anthony, if you want to introduce yourself and say what character you're going to be voicing.
Hi, my name is Anthony Damasio, and I'll be reading for Tommy Elliott.
Kiwi. So you're next, Kiwi.
I guess I am, yeah. Hi, I'm Night Kiwi, Dylan Raspold, and I'm going to be voicing Alfred again.
I am Cade, and I will be the narrator.
My name is Carl G. Brooks, and I will be voicing older Bruce Wayne.
Hello there, I'm Jazzy Oliver. I voice Twinks. I'm also the voice of young Harvey Dent.
Yoshida?
I thought Lucia was going to say something.
I'm Lucia Lobosvilla. I'm not voicing anyone in this one, but I wrote the words on the pages. Continue.
I'm Yoshihide Liu. I'm playing teenage young Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
Taylor.
Oh, no.
I was looking at the green circles. I'm sorry. I'm Taylor. I'm doing Gilda Arkham again.
I'm Stephanie, and I'm here for moral support. Woo!
I'm Cloudy. I don't have any voice roles for this one, but usually I voice extras.
My name's John Archer, and I'll be voicing David Cain, the Dollar Store Deathstroke.
And that
I'll be Harvey Dent. My name's Kevin.
When he's older.
When I'm older, I'm the big old man Harvey.
No, when Harvey's older, you will voice him now.
Oh no! Great start, guys. Great start.
I'd buy that for $1.
Look, he's already got his chemistry with Bruce. He's got this.
He already sounds like a clueless fuck. He's the perfect substitute for me.
So, for everyone just joining us, this is Batman Athenaeum or Athenaeum, however you want to say it. And this is a project where we try to take all of the most beloved Batman stories through the decades and put them into one consistent timeline so that it's accessible. Because if you love comics or have ever tried to get into comics, you know how hard it is to get into comics with multiple continuities, different runs, reboots, resets, non-canon continuities, things that get canonized and get uncanonized and decanonized and all those things. So this project hopes to make it easier to access all of that. So I have an incredibly talented cast of voice actors here today. When last we left off the story, Bruce Wayne's parents had died tragically. We all know his backstory. He got sent to a high school for troubled rich kids, where he met Harvey Dent and Gilda Arkham, who became his best friends. And they are now coming to Bruce's house to spend the holidays after they kind of saved Harvey from having to go spend the holidays with his abusive cop father. So let's take it from the top of episode 4.
Exterior, Gotham Cemetery, morning. Bruce pays respects to his parents' grave. The large carved stone towers over him. Reading Thomas and Martha Wayne. The cemetery is covered in snow. Bruce lays a bouquet of flowers on the ground for them. He overhears Gilda talking a distance away. Curious, Bruce goes over to see her. Gilda is talking to a headstone.
And then Harvey's character said he was dissatisfied with his patron deity and wanted to talk to the manager. He's so funny.
Yoshi.
Who are you talking to?
My dad.
Huh?
Gilda gestures to the headstone for Carl Beaumont. I don't know how you pronounce that.
Beaumont.
Beaumont, right, Beaumont.
Beaumont.
The headstone for Carl Beaumont.
Do you know who this is, Daddy? Bruce Wayne. Yes, that Bruce Wayne. Can you believe it?
Bruce chuckles, shaking his head.
What? Don't you ever talk to your parents?
Not out loud.
Maybe you should try it sometime. They might like to hear from you.
Gilda turns back to the gravestone.
Okay, well, we better get going. I'll see you later, okay? Merry Christmas, Daddy.
Gilda turns to go with Bruce, and they walk out of the cemetery together.
Will you let me say hi to your parents sometime?
Maybe? I don't think they're all that chatty.
Maybe not. I'd still like to meet them.
Yeah. I think they'd like to meet you.
Alfred watches from the parked car as the kids come towards him, smiling. Exterior, Wayne Manor, front entrance. The limo pulls up, Alfred hops out and opens the passenger door for them. Bruce gets out first and offers his hand to help Gilda down.
Right this way.
Thank you.
They walk over to the front door as Alfred takes the car around. Bruce goes to open the door and it swings open. Harvey stands there.
I sleep in for just a smidge and I wake up to an empty house. Where have you guys been?
Sorry, Dad.
Hold on. Damn it, my thing fucked up. Hold on. Ah.
Bottom of 2.
We apologize for these technical difficulties. In the meantime, this stream is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Shit fucked up. No! Alright, hold on.
I mean, I can hit an ad break
Alright.
if you'd like.
Hold on, I'm there.
Gold's
I'm
ad.
there, I'm there, I'm there, I'm there, I'm
Disclaimer,
there.
we are not actually sponsored by Raid Shadow
I'm
Legends.
there.
Let's do the line again. I sleep in for just a smidge.
Okay. I sleep in for just a smidge and I wake up to an empty house. Where have you guys been?
Sorry, Dad.
Alright, son. I'll let it slide, but make sure it doesn't happen again.
We were just playing in the snow. We went sledding and even built a snowman. Do you want to try?
Sheesh, Bruce, are you kidding me? You get Gilda all to yourself and all you do is kid stuff? You got no game at all, do you?
What kind of game?
Why did you ask? Now he's going to tell us.
Public education is clearly failing the youth. I can see it falls on me to educate you on the meaning of real fun.
And what would that be?
I'll show you. Come on.
Harvey waves them inside. Interior, Wayne Manor, theater room. Gilda and Bruce sit on the cushioned recliners, waiting.
Are we supposed to be doing something?
I have no idea. Hey, Harv. You gonna keep us waiting all day?
Harvey pushes a button, and suddenly the giant surround speakers start playing the conveniently public domain song Rockin' Robin. Harvey slides in wearing sunglasses and using a wooden kitchen spoon as a mic, singing along and pretending he's putting on a show, being a total ham and purposefully exaggerating for comedic effect.
Shit, I don't know the tune to this. Fuck.
You don't have to sing it. It's fine.
Rocked in treats
Rockin'
all day long.
Long, hopping and bopping and singing his song. All the little birdies on the Jaybird Street, loving hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet.
Gilda and Bruce start cracking up as Harvey spins around, firing finger guns at them and lowering his sunglasses to wink at them.
Hey, you cool cats.
What is this?
Harvey then offers his hand to Gilda. She looks up at him, blushing, and takes it. Harvey spins her around, getting her in on this ridiculous act. Gilda smiles, dancing along, having fun of it. He then sets her back to her seat. Bruce claps for her.
Brava! Brava! Great show!
Harvey then offers his hand to Bruce.
Your turn, honey bunch.
Bruce's eyes go wide as saucers.
You can't be serious.
Come on, go!
Gilda pushes Bruce gently and gets up, red in the face, as Harvey spins him around and dances with him just the same. Bruce is a stiff, awkward mess. This only makes Harvey ham it up more. Gilda is dying of laughter.
They started going steady and bless my soul. He up off the buzzard and the Oreo.
Oh God, stop. Gilda, Help me out here.
Bruce can't handle the embarrassment, so Gilda stands up to join them and spare him the embarrassment of being watched. The three of them dance and just act like goofballs. Finally, the song ends, and they all collapse, laughing and trying to catch their breath. Alfred comes in with hot cocoa and Christmas cookies on a silver tray.
Who wants cookies and hot cocoa?
Oh, me. Hey.
Heck
I love
yeah!
Alfred cookies. Gilda, come here. Alfred has the best cookies.
Yeah! This is awkward.
The trio snatches up the treats. Alfred watches them sit down and settle in. That's your line, Dave.
Where am I looking? Oh,
Bottom page
who wants to
5.
play a board game?
I do.
Me too, but even more than Bruce does.
What? Shut up.
Alfred smiles and quietly excuses himself. Interior, Wayne Manor, study. That night. The trio hide in a pillow and blanket fort by the fireplace. Alfred comes in to check at them, picking up an empty serving bowl from beside the fireplace.
I take it that you've polished off all of the roasted chestnuts.
Yeah, they were so yummy.
Same as every year, Alfred. Thanks.
Alfred is touched by Bruce's changed attitude.
And what of Master Harvey? He's grown awfully quiet, not like him. Died.
Gilda and Bruce chuckle softly at that. Gilda checks on Harvey, who is lying down, unmoving.
Looks like he's asleep.
Ah, that's wise. It's well after midnight. Two of you should do the same. There'll be plenty of time for games and merriments tomorrow.
You're right. Alfred, can we sleep down here, though?
As you wish, Master Bruce. Should you need anything, I'll be in my quarters.
Alfred leaves, turning off the lights as he goes. Bruce and Gilda smile at each other, lit only by the dying flames of the fireplace. Gilda then takes one of their blankets and drapes it over Harvey.
Thank you, Bruce.
For what?
Everything. For inviting me, for always protecting me.
Hey, don't look at me. Everything we do is always at least 80% Harvey's idea anyways.
One second, I lost my...
True.
True. We need to protect him, too.
Gilda leans down and gives Harvey a soft peck on his temple.
I won't let anything happen to him, Gilda. To either of you. I promise.
Gilda smiles at Bruce.
I believe you.
Interior, Wayne Manor, training gym, another day. Bruce spars with David Cain. He's improved considerably and doesn't let himself be bodied around anymore.
Good. Excellent. You show consistency, conviction. That's what I like to see.
Bruce charges at David Cain, nearly catching the older man off guard. Cain just barely manages to block Bruce's attack in time, catching his fist in his palm.
Almost had you there.
David Cain nods. Bruce backs up and bows to show his respect, then goes to get his water bottle and towel to cool off.
Not bad. Perhaps you're ready. Sooner than expected.
Ready for what?
I was going to wait to tell you until you finished high school. But I think you're man enough to hear it now. In an older part of the world, there waits a man. Barely a man. He's called the head of the demon. He is my master.
You have a master.
We all have masters, Bruce. The only difference is between those that know whom they serve and those that do not. My master is called Ra's al Ghul, the leader of the League of Shadows.
League of Shadow.
Yes. They're a secret cabal of assassins, powerful beyond your imagination, but unknown to the world outside of hushed whispers and fractured myths.
This sounds like a scary bedtime story.
Perhaps. I assure you that they are very real, and I think you should join us.
Me?
David Cain walks over and hands Bruce a calling card.
Here, my personal card.
What happens if I refuse?
Nothing. It is your destiny to stand before the League. I know it. Nothing can interfere with fate, no matter how you refuse its call. Not that I think you'd refuse such an offer.
Bruce looks at the card in fascination and wonderment.
Huh. Wow.
Once you're ready, when you feel the fire burning inside, then I'll take you.
I will.
That's a good kid. Merry Christmas, Bruce.
Happy holidays, Seafood-chan. Oh, happy holidays, Seafood Cain.
It's okay, I know what you meant.
Freaking weeaboo shit over here.
Seafood-chan turns and leaves. Interior, Wayne Manor, kitchen. Alfred
David Cain, ooh, senpai.
We did it, Gilda! We
Senpai.
turned Bruce into a weeb!
I'm trying to just play this joke straight, like I didn't just
Ooh.
say that, but okay.
Ooh. Oh well.
I will be
Okay,
Wing of
let's bring it
Assassin.
back.
All
Let's
right,
bring it
tune
back.
in, tune in, tune in, tune in.
Rachel, go, woo, woo. Sorry.
Interior, Wayne Manor, kitchen. Alfred is trying to prepare breakfast, but is stopped to argue with Bruce.
Absolutely not. I forbid it.
You didn't let me finish explaining.
Because there is nothing to explain. No discussion to be had.
What is your problem? You're the one who introduced me to Sifu Cain. Now you're acting like he's a bad influence?
Regardless of how persuasive your arguments may be, the answer remains the same. No.
Who exactly is the master here? You're my butler, not my dad. You don't get to tell me what to do. I'm your boss.
And until the hallowed day that you come of age, I am your legal guardian.
And who made that call? No one asked me if I wanted to be stuck with you.
Your parents! Believe you me, I wasn't exactly enthused by the idea myself. You think I enjoy spending days catering for entitled whims of a spoiled brat with anger issues and a trust fund?
Bruce stops, surprised to hear Alfred say that, and more hurt than he wants to let on. Alfred realizes what he said and reaches out for Bruce apologetically.
Master Bruce,
Save it. I wasn't even planning to go. The card's blank anyways.
Bruce pulls the business card out of his pocket and tosses it on the ground, turns, and walks away. Alfred picks up the card and then looks the direction Bruce left in.
Sorry.
Interior, Wayne Manor, theater room. Harvey and Gilda sit playing video games projected onto the giant screen TV. I'm going to assume that's what that's supposed to say there. Bruce comes in and flops onto the floor dramatically. Gilda gets up and kneels beside him immediately.
Okay, hold on.
I said, hold on, I'm sorry.
Bruce, are you hurt?
I'm fine.
Harvey grabs a handful of popcorn and tosses it at Bruce.
Congrats! I hereby christen you the King of Drama. Now get up here and help me beat the alien mothership. Gilda and me have been trying to beat it for like a solid hour.
Bruce sighs and gets up, crawling into a seat beside Harvey. Gilda follows, sitting beside Bruce. She covers his hand with hers, smiling at him.
Thanks, Gilda.
You gonna help or what?
Hold on a sec. I'm coming.
Bruce grabs a controller and joins the game. As the kids play, Alfred peeks in on them from the hallway. He looks back down at the card in his hand, concern etched on his face. Interior, Wayne Manor, theater room, night. Bruce, Gilda, and Harvey are all sound asleep on the floor, nestled in blankets and pillows. Alfred checks in on them and then shuts the door. Pan to interior, Wayne Manor, study. Alfred hurries along the dark corridors silently. He enters the study, shutting the door behind him. Alfred then reaches into his shirt and fishes out a key on a chain around his neck. He approaches a desk in the corner and uses the key to unlock a drawer, removing a pouch from the drawer and tucking it into his vest. He then hurries out. Interior, Wayne Manor, training gym. David Cain is by the windows, looking out at the gardens below. Alfred enters.
I was wondering why you'd call me in so late. Then it occurred to me that my star pupil is still all too fond of you and may have said too much.
Cain turns to Alfred, striding towards him.
It's over, David. I appreciate what you've done, but it's time for you to go.
Go? But we've only just begun to make progress.
He has friends. For the first time since Thomas and Martha died, he's smiling again. He doesn't need you complicating matters and putting strange ideas in his head.
He needs a teacher.
He needs a normal life.
How familiar. Isn't that what you say Thomas Wayne told you right before he disregarded your warnings and paid the price with his life? Disregard my warning at your own peril.
I'll take my chances.
Oh, have it your way.
Cain does a ridiculously fast roundhouse kick, aimed right at Alfred's head. Alfred just barely manages to dodge it and steps back, ducking and weaving away as Cain turns and throws kick after kick at him. Finally, Alfred catches one of the kicks and uses his leverage to continue Cain's momentum and send him spinning. Cain falls to the ground, but catches himself.
You're surprisingly spry, old friend. I wonder why.
Cain stands, but Alfred doesn't give him a chance to attack again. Launching into his own offensive, he charges Cain, throwing artful kicks and punches of his own, only for Cain to duck behind some punching bags. When Alfred hits one of the bags, Cain comes up from behind Alfred and shoves a different bag at his back. Alfred is hit and staggers. Cain then leaps forward and knocks Alfred down, pinning him to the ground. Cain reaches inside Alfred's vest and pulls out the pouch with his free hand. He opens the pouch and shakes it. A tiny, glowing vial of green liquid falls out, clattering onto the ground and rolling a small distance away. Cain looks shocked, but then he grins, chuckling darkly. He leans down to whisper in Alfred's ear.
You said you'd never drink Lazarus again. Let me guess. Only a sip here, a taste there. I'm surprised you have nearly the entire vial left after all these years.
Alfred manages to break free of Cain's grip and shoves him off, jumping to his feet and running to snatch up the vial. Cain stands laughing.
Couldn't help yourself, could you? Try as you might. I knew the day would come. Sooner or later, the allure would be too great. There's no reason to fight this battle when all it takes to win the war is to wait. Sooner or later, Bruce will do the same, just like you.
Alfred turns and charges at Cain.
Stay away from him! Ugh!
Cain throws down a smoke bomb. Alfred coughs, covering his mouth and squeezing his eyes shut. When the smoke dissipates, Cain is gone. Interior, Wayne Manor, theater room, morning. Alfred knocks on the door and comes, wheeling in a breakfast pot of I don't know how to say that food name.
Crepes?
Is it crepes? I'm not good with French names.
Yeah,
It is
yeah, it's
pot of
crepes. Yeah.
Okay. Breakfast cod of crepes, complete with every topping a kid could want.
Good morning. Forgive me for the intrusion. I thought you'd want your breakfast delivered fresh.
The trio wake up, rubbing their eyes groggily. Gilda gasps in amazement and scrambles up, running over to Alfred.
I have to ask what page are we on?
15.
Page 15,
What
Taylor.
page are we?
15.
Thank you. He's not much of a morning person, is he?
Nope. Up.
Little different.
Up a little more. It's page 15 in the PDF, 14 in the actual
The
script.
PDF.
The other page 15.
Up one.
I always wanted to try some. I don't even know where to start. It all looks so good.
Well, you're welcome to as many as you would like, Miss Gilda.
Harvey looks up, grunts, and then collapses right back on his pillow.
Save some for me.
Bruce rolls his eyes, smiling affectionately, and then stands, heading over to the breakfast cart as well.
Good morning, Master Bruce. Would you like me to prepare your usual?
Bruce ignores Alfred and starts serving himself.
Harvey, you want me to make you one?
Honey bunch.
Now's your he's not much of a morning person line.
Not much of a morning person, is he?
He's not much of a morning person, is he?
Ooh woo. Okay, honey bunch. I'm making you what I usually have then.
Bruce gets to making his crepes.
I was thinking I'd take everyone out for the shopping mall today, in case anyone would buy any last-minute gifts. What do you think, Master Bruce?
Bruce pointedly ignores Alfred.
And do you want me to make you one too, Gilda?
Sure.
Very good, sir. I'll stay out of your way then. Let me know if you require any of my assistance.
Alfred leaves. Gilda stares at Bruce as he works in silence.
Hey.
Did you and Alfred have a fight or something?
He's just a help, Gilda. You don't have to pay attention to them if you don't want to. Here. Strawberries and custard cream with chocolate pearls for you.
Thanks. I guess.
Bruce walks over to Harvey, poking him.
Hey. Brown butter with dulce de leche, fried bananas, and pecans. Eat up.
Bruce lays a plate next to Harvey. Harvey groans like a zombie and reaches out to grab it and take a bite.
Oh, I hate that you made me taste this. Now I'll never be satisfied with any other breakfast again.
You're welcome.
Bruce sits to eat his own. Gilda comes over and stands in front of Bruce.
I think I'm gonna go shopping with Alfred.
Why? We can just send him with a list of things that we want for him to buy.
I'd rather pick out your gifts on my own. Besides, I think both you and Harvey have stuff you need to talk about, and maybe you'll be open up to. Maybe you'll open up to another boy more.
What?
Gilda leans forward and gives him a peck on the cheek.
Don't get into any fights, okay?
She then hurries out of the room. Bruce stares after her, a hand over his cheek where she kissed him.
Oh, unfair! That should have been for me.
Bruce smirks at Harvey.
Oh, now you're awake.
Hell yeah, I want another crepe!
Harvey gets up to serve himself more.
They could be out shopping all day. I guess it's just you and me for a few hours.
Where'd the kids go and do we finally get a date night?
Do you ever take anything seriously?
Oh, I take fun very seriously.
Interior, Wayne Manor. We're treated to a montage of Bruce and Harvey running around the manor, having fun. They play ping pong in the game room. They make a gigantic grilled cheese sandwich in the kitchen. They stop for a few quiet moments to study in the library. They then go back to running around the house being ridiculous. Interior, Wayne Manor, balcony. Eventually, the two boys have a moment to talk, sitting on the balcony, looking out at the snow-covered gardens.
I can't believe we wasted even a minute studying.
Hey, fun is important, but so is school.
Yeah. The one thing you take seriously.
It's easy for you. Think I don't notice? You're way smarter than me.
Pretty sure you're the top student in every class, Harvey.
Yeah, I know. And I study constantly to get there, but you... I don't think I've ever seen you study before today. You're always either off training or napping. You barely do your homework half the time, and still you're passing all of your classes. If you put even the tiniest modicum of effort, you'd have me beat by a mile.
Well, I don't know about that.
I do.
Maybe not a mile.
I do. Lucky for me, you don't care. So I still come out on top.
And why do you care about being on top of our class anyways?
Because not all of us have a college fund waiting for us at home. If I want to go to law school, I gotta get a scholarship.
Bruce is quiet, processing this.
I didn't know you wanted to be a lawyer.
Have you met my dad? The only person a cop like that answers to is the district attorney, so I figure if you want to do something about it, you gotta come at it the only way they respect. You gotta go over their heads. How else is Gotham ever going to get better if even the cops are crooked?
Is that why you cared so much about my bruises? Because of your dad?
Harvey stills, then reaches into his pocket, pulling out his coin.
See this coin?
It's a silver dollar, right?
Yeah. Ever since I got old enough to talk back, whenever my dad was in a bad mood, he'd take out this coin and tell me, Harv, let's leave it to fate. Heads, I whoop ya. Tails, I let you go. Every single time, no matter how much I begged and cried and prayed, without fail, the stupid coin always came out heads. Started to think fate had it out for me.
That's messed up.
And statistically improbable. Well, get this. The day I get arrested for getting in fights, the judge offers me to go to Brentwood Academy instead because of my good grades at school. Of course, I take the deal to avoid a criminal record, and my dad drops me off at the academy and gives me the coin as a gift. Says I'm old enough to take fate into my own hands. That I'm not his problem anymore. Look.
Harvey hands Bruce the coin.
It's a two-headed coin.
Exactly. The whole time I was wishing and praying like I could change the outcome. Even if I just wanted it. No, hold on. The whole time I was wishing and praying like I could change the outcome if I just wanted it hard enough, but the whole time it had already been decided. No matter what I did, it was always going to be heads.
Bruce hands Harvey back his coin.
That's a nasty trick.
Sure is.
Hold on a sec.
Bruce gets up and leaves. He returns a moment later and hands Harvey an old button pin.
Here. You can have it.
Thomas Wayne, our knight?
From my dad's old mayoral campaign. He tried to change Gotham too. I think he would have, if he'd lived.
Bruce, I can't take this.
Keep it. I've got a whole box of them around here somewhere. Besides, you're the one looking to fulfill his dream. To make Gotham a better place.
Harvey looks at the pin and then tucks it away.
Thanks, man. You should ask Gilda out sometime.
What? I'm sorry, what? Why would I do that? She's just my friend. That would be so weird.
If you say so, but fair warning. I'm not going to wait around forever. Either ask her out or I'll make my feelings known.
Fair. Hey, Harvey.
What's up?
Maybe I could be a cop or something. You know, of the non-crooked variety.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
No, I mean, I would actually study and try the way you're saying I can. I could become police chief and maybe even commissioner, then with you as the DA.
Yo! We could work together to clean up the city. That's genius!
Right? That could actually work.
Okay, you gotta swear though. We promise. Right here, right now.
Harvey puts out his hand. Bruce takes it and they each grip as hard as they can.
Then the pact is made.
The covenant cannot be undone.
The fate of Gotham is in our hands.
Harvey and Bruce start laughing, being goofballs. Below them, the limo pulls into the driveway.
Oop, looks like Gilda and Alfred are back.
Oh, yeah.
Stop pouting. Just man up and say you're sorry.
Okay. Jeez.
Harvey and Bruce go. Cut to interior Wayne Manor entrance. Bruce and Harvey rush down to greet Alfred and Gilda as they come in, each with arms full of packages. Harvey goes right up to Gilda and takes some of the packages and bags off her hands.
I got it.
$24 in the PDF, 23 in the...
It's your line, Taylor.
Thanks, Harvey. Thank you, Cade.
Damn girl! Oh, damn girl, did you buy the whole store?
Gilda giggles as Harvey helps her bring in the presents. Bruce approaches Alfred, who shuts the door behind him. Alfred is startled by his sudden appearance and drops the packages.
Hey, Alfred.
Oh, goodness. My apologies, Master Bruce. I didn't hear you coming. You've become quite skilled at silencing your footfall.
Alfred bends over to pick up the packages, but Bruce stops him.
Don't worry about that. I can pick them up. You should rest. You've been working non-stop since we came home from break.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. I'm happy to do so. Forgive me if I've given you any impression of otherwise.
No, I insist. You're my butler, right? Take the rest of the day off.
But what of dinner?
Harvey pokes his head in from the next room, Gilda beside him.
I can make my fully loaded pizza bagel bites!
That's your line, Taylor. Page 25 in the PDF.
It's crazy.
Nope.
Up a bit.
Wait, 25 and
In the PDF, yes, underneath Harvey's pizza bagel bites.
It says 24.
I can't help
Just go
it.
by the page.
That's your line.
I can't help it.
Still the wrong one.
So Harvey says, I can make my fully
25.
loaded pizza bagel bite.
Page 24 on the sheet, 25 in the PDF because it includes the title
And
page.
I can help.
Hey. See? It's taken care of. Please.
Alfred smiles softly and nods.
As you wish, Master Bruce.
I'm gonna serve everyone some eggnog. How much rum are you supposed to put in it?
For you, Master Harvey, precisely none. You're underage.
Got it. All rum, no eggnog. I'm a growing boy after all.
Don't worry, I'll make sure
I'll
he
make sure
behaves,
he-
Alfred.
Thank you, my dear girl. We would be all but lost with.
Alfred looks back at Bruce.
Well then, I'll be in the study, relaxing, as it were. If you need anything,
I'll let you know where. I'll know where to find you.
Wait, I had him, sorry. Bruce, Harvey's trying to put hot sauce in the eggnog.
There's no legal age for eggnog, Gilda! They can't stop us!
Hubby's
Bruce laughs and
crazy.
goes a- Bruce laughs and goes after them.
Sir, I think you're sauced enough as it is. You're gonna have to show me some ID.
Never!
Bruce.
Pan to internal.
Interior, Wayne Manor, study. Alfred enters the study, shutting the door behind him once more, looking around to make sure everything is safe. Alfred goes back over to the desk and opens it, putting the pouch back inside and locking it. He breathes in relief.
never again.
He then sits down on a couch, looks up at the portrait of Thomas and Martha Wayne.
He's safe now. I promise you. I won't let any harm come to him.
The door creaks open. Alfred looks over and sees Bruce standing there with 2 glasses of eggnog. He comes over and sits with Alfred, offering him one.
Don't worry, it's a normal eggnog. I didn't let Harvey put anything weird in it.
Thank you. Very thoughtful.
Alfred takes the eggnog and sips it. Bruce sits there awkwardly, taking a few sips of his own, then makes himself speak.
Hey, Alfred. I'm sorry for my rude behavior.
With all due respect, Master Bruce, I'm not sure which particular you're referring to. There are so many.
Okay. I'll let that one slide because it's Christmas.
Alfred chuckles.
Thanks, though, for letting my friends come over, and for always giving me a good Christmas, even when I don't deserve it.
Every child deserves a holiday.
Well, thanks for believing that. Even though I didn't pick you, I'm really glad you're my butler.
Alfred is surprised and looks at Bruce, touched.
Hi, Master Bruce. As am I.
This is the time skip for people who didn't know. So, Bruce and Harvey and later
Bye, everyone.
you're coming here. And Gilda, you're the same person, but you're older now.
Let's do the time warp.
Again.
Tay, do you want to just go settle that thing? Cause
Are you sure? Gonna be gone the rest of the night afterwards. I was gonna wait until the end of the episode.
Do you want me to take over for Gilda for the ending, Tay? If you have to go do something.
Are you sure? I'm really sorry about this, Lucia.
Fine. I'm so glad you were here. And it sounds like something's up. Go take care of whatever you need to take care of. I'm just so glad you were here. Seriously, I love your Gilda.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
We love you, Taylor.
We're changing the 3 anyways. It's fine. Love you. So long.
It's time for me to be an understudy in my own story. Let's do this.
Fade to
Huzzah!
I
Fade
dove
to
boy.
Sometime later, Fade 2, Exterior Brentwood Academy, Outdoor Graduation Ceremony, 1997. Rows of chairs sit on the Academy lawn, facing a stage as a now 18-year-old Harvey Dent addresses the crowd from the podium wearing his cap and gown.
And whether you go off to be CEO of your own business, fund a charity, inherit a ton of money, or if you're like my friend Bruce Wayne, all three. Never forget what was learned here. That it is not in money that true wealth lies, but in friendship, conviction, in truth. But money helps. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 1997, by the power vested in me as your valedictorian, I pronounce you hella graduated. Woo!
Woo! Yes!
Let's get drunk.
Harvey takes a bow, blowing them kisses, and then sits down with his classmates. Interior Wayne Manor, foyer. Clinking champagne glasses, the place is packed with guests. A banner is hung over the room saying, "Happy graduation, Bruce." It's like an exact replica of his birthday party. Bruce stands off by himself, looking at a box in his hand. A box holding a ring.
A promise ring? How old-fashioned.
Harv, shh. It's a surprise.
Now, is that for Gilda, or is that for me?
For Gilda, obviously. Okay, you're worse than Alfred. Where is Gilda?
Checking out the something. She's looking at something. You should go get some champagne. I've got a surprise for both of you.
Yeah? Okay. I think I can sneak us each a glass.
Here, I'll hold on to that ring for you.
Right. Thanks.
Bruce hands Harvey the ring and goes off. Exterior, Wayne Manor, Gardens. Bruce heads outside, carrying a tray with 3 champagne glasses, practicing his lines.
Gilda, we've known each other for a long time, but there's never been a good time to ask, so here goes. Will you be my girlfriend? Is that too on the nose?
He rounds a corner and sees Harvey with Gilda.
Bruce! You're just in time. I have an announcement to make. 2, actually.
What's this about?
Guess who got a full scholarship to Harvard Law?
That's your dream! Oh, Harvey, I'm so happy!
As if there was any doubt.
Bruce comes over and hands each of them a champagne glass.
A toast? A toast.
Just a second. I did say there were 2 announcements. Gilda, I leave for Boston immediately, and...
Harvey gets down on one knee and offers Gilda the promise ring.
Harvey?
I'd be honored if you'd come with me. I love you, Gilda Arkham. I always have.
I don't know what to say.
Oh, you don't know what to say. Say yes!
Yes, I say yes!
Harvey stands up, putting the ring on Gilda and embracing her, spinning her around with him as they both laugh, so happy. Bruce drops his champagne glass, stumbling back.
Bruce?
I got this, Gilda. Go on inside and let Alfred know the good news.
Okay.
Gilda hurries off. Bruce looks at Harvey in heartbroken betrayal.
You. How could.
Harvey sighs, clapping Bruce on the shoulder.
I did warn you. Make your move before I make mine.
Bruce shrugs Harvey's hands off of him.
You. Two-faced. Lying!
I gave you 4 years, Bruce. You were never going to get around to it. I couldn't wait anymore. I love Gilda. She loves me.
Get out of my house!
If that's how you want it to be, I'll leave. But I'd prefer if we stayed friends.
Bruce shoves Harvey away from him.
I said get out! We are not friends! We were never friends!
Harvey looks at Bruce sadly, but nods.
Sorry to hear it, honey bunch. You'll always have my heart.
I hate you. I will always hate you!
Fine. Goodbye, Bruce.
Harvey turns and goes. Bruce stumbles back and collapses into a bench, holding his head in his hands.
Now that was hard to watch.
Bruce looks up and sees him. Tommy comes over and sits beside Bruce, eating a slice of cake.
Tommy.
Hey, Bruce. Still playing by the rules and getting swindled, I see. Tough break.
I haven't seen you in forever. What are you doing here?
What's it look like? I'm enjoying your graduation party and saying goodbyes on my own.
Are you going somewhere?
Yep. Stanford. Got a full ride to med school. Gonna be a doctor, just like your dad.
That's great.
Yeah, don't strain yourself too hard pretending to be happy for me. I hear you applied for the police academy.
Yeah. They rejected my application. Said I scored too high on their cognitive tests.
Ha! That's rough. You spend your life being an academic slacker just to be overqualified for the job anyway. Irony's a bee, ain't she?
That's an understatement.
So what's the plan now? Business school?
I don't have the grades.
Somehow I don't think that the Silas Wayne School of Business is going to care about that.
Yeah. Hey, isn't that my dad's lighter?
Tommy stands and tosses Bruce the lighter. Bruce catches it.
Cheer up, Bruce. Could be worse.
And how's that?
You could be in the exact same situation and poor. Wouldn't that be something? See you around, you big baby.
Tommy leaves. Bruce sits there, confused by the entire encounter. Interior, Wayne Manor. Bruce's room. Another day. Bruce unpacks his things into his old room, looking sullen.
Does it feel strange to be back here? If you missed the bunk bed too terribly, I could have brought that in.
It's fine.
Tell me you've decided to consider business school. By the sound of it, they were very impressed by your application.
I didn't apply. They automatically accepted me.
Ah, well, let us not look a gift horse in the mouth then.
Can I just please have some privacy?
Of course. Forgive me, Screws.
Alfred exits gracefully. Bruce keeps unpacking things. At one point, he finds a picture of him, Gilda, and Harvey from Halloween at the pumpkin patch, all dressed up together. Bruce gets so upset he grabs the whole box and throws it across the room. He sits on the ground, curled up with his knees hugged to his chest, face buried in them. Various papers flutter down and around him. One card in particular catches his eye. David Cain's old business card. He picks it up, turning it over in his hands.
Why is it blank?
Once you're ready, when you feel the fire burning inside, then I'll take you.
His eyes widen as something occurs to him. Bruce fishes the lighter out of his pocket and runs the flame under the card. Sure enough, a number appears. Bruce grabs his phone and calls the number. He gets a disconnected beep.
We're sorry. Your call could not be completed as dialed. If you need help, hang up and call.
Bruce hangs up, disappointed. He drops the phone and flops onto his bed. Suddenly, however, the phone rings. Bruce scrambles for the phone, grabbing it by the cord and answering.
Hello?
Cain here.
A smile of excitement spreads on Bruce's lips.
Hey, we did it!
Ooh, good job, guys.
Hey!
Two
Good job,
things.
everyone.
Two
Yeah.
things. Who voiced David Cain?
That was
piece of
certain
bacon.
player,
John Archer.
Piece of bacon.
Okay, did you mean to make him sound like Revolver Ocelot from Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom
Maybe a
Pain?
teensy tiny baby bit because I love Metal Gear.
He's
So,
It's solid.
It's a
It
voice.
is.
It's a good voice.
really quick, I have things I want to say to every single one of you because you're all amazing, but I think we should end the stream. So just to everyone in the stream, I want everyone to go ahead and post who is their MVP of this week's episode of Batman Athenaeum or Athenaeum, and also drop in chat how you think that's pronounced because we can't agree.
Yep, we definitely are.
Thank you everyone who came and joined us, and we really hope that you'll like the next episodes coming along because those actually will have Bruce learning Batman things instead of life things. So
Yes.
thank you everyone, and mwah, good night,
Batman!
everybody.
Hey guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Take care.
Thank you.